Welcome back, everyone, to this second hour of the Long Voyage for this week. And yeah, we were back down at the at the harbor front where we were talking between Ilva and some of the other crew members. Ilva?
Was that to cue me?
Yes, that was to cue you.
Oh!
Sorry.
I was like, yay! Yes, that is where we are. That is true.
Yes. But that was to cue you. So basically, you're still there with Jangerder and Steingrimmer, the siblings.
Yeah. Chatting.
Yes, and right around that point, Webrander comes walking back towards the ship. He looks like he hasn't slept at all.
He's probably been singing.
No, but he does have a young woman on either side of him walking very, very closely with their arms sort of slung around him.
Ilva elbows Jangerder and then gestures at him.
Oh, wow.
And when we left him yesterday, he was singing loudly.
He hasn't scared them off? My goodness.
No, everyone was looking at him like it was some miracle.
Not
that he was singing well, I think they were surprised that something could sound so bad, but still.
I think we should probably ask him. Right. And Webrander gets back to the ship and grins widely, and the two young women, they head off, waving and giggling a little and waving at him as they walk away. And Webrander hops down into the ship and goes, "Ha ha! I'm very tired." As in, I'm really tired. Wow. Oh.
Had fun?
I like people here.
How did you get those?
They said I was the bravest man they'd ever seen.
What did you do?
I sang.
Ilva just looks at Jangerder, very brave, and then she nods.
Well, at least there was somebody there that finally appreciated my singing voice, he says, and looks kind of smug.
And
yeah, you should really save it for them then. Maybe it'll work again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or tonight.
Possibly. I plan on trying, he says and wriggles his eyebrow.
Very good. You should really try it at the inn or something.
I plan on it, he says and grins.
Cool. She looks a little uncertain, but at least he found someone who thinks he's brave for singing, and he kinda is.
I mean, there are quicker and cleaner ways of getting yourself killed, but
Obviously.
There were some people from the Green Shores in there.
Where?
Yeah.
Who?
Nobody I knew, but
Oh, right, of course, but
people on a crew on a merchant ship.
nice.
That was kind of fun.
Did they have any news?
Nothing we didn't know already, that there's a war between Karatok and Liam.
Of course. Well, it could have been that something new happened while we were gone. We've been gone for a while.
Doesn't sound like it.
Eh. That's the problem with long-lived swords, isn't it? It's not like a fight you'll see the end of right now. It's just
No, they have.
Maybe grandchildren will know what happened.
Yeah, they can make very, very long plans.
Yeah, they can.
Oh well, at least they are nice and friendly people here, and they make strong beer. Oh man! They make
Yeah,
strong
Luffy
beer.
found out. He was
Yeah.
not pleased.
That's because
She gestures at the Snorrington.
I kept filling up his mug when he wasn't looking.
Oh, you sly dog.
Hey, puts air on his chest. Powers
I
knows
think
that he
it
needs
took
it.
everything off his chest, really.
Hairs on his chest, he'll put hairs on his eyeballs.
So basically, you're just you're chatting with them and just
Yeah.
basically no problem. And
Well, she did say she was going to make an effort out of actually making friends on the ship.
yes, absolutely,
Especially the women, because women friends and stuff.
yes. Well, Gylfi, back to you. I am kind of guessing that you are waking up in somebody else's bed.
Probably.
Just
Probably.
pray the man doesn't come home and chase you up.
Would be on theme. Either that or just like on the some pile of pillows with the hookah next to it.
Yes.
Feeling very philosophical.
Or both.
Or both, yes. I
He got so drunk he thought it was a really pretty woman, but it turned out to be a silverback.
No, actually, I think that I think they call them greybacks here, but anyway, the thing is, you do wake up on a mountain of pillows with a water pipe next to you, and three exquisitely beautiful women, and you don't have any clothes on, and you can't see where they are.
Oh no.
That doesn't seem like a problem.
No. He's been cuddling up to Baggy and rolling into the ocean.
Yeah. Am I the only one completely missing clothing or?
Yes.
Oh great.
It's not that these women are overdressed, but they're not indecent, but yeah, they are extremely beautiful, and when dark skinned and very, very shapely, and as you wake up, one of them makes a short clap, just her fingers on the palm of her opposite hand, and another two young women enter carrying food and drink for you.
How nice.
And the one who
This is where he realizes he married all three of them.
and the woman who just did the clap looks at you and inclines her head ever so slightly. She doesn't smile. She seems quite serious. And she says, I suggest you eat. And she speaks Southlander, but with a very thick accent. I suggest you eat. The jackal will talk soon. And you're not sure what a jackal is, obviously, but...
Yeah.
And then... Oh, sorry.
He's like, Probably just way too fast, but like he's like looking all over himself, like
Mm-hmm.
he's like, oh, okay, Could I get dressed first?
Clothes were filthy. She looks at
Fair.
one of the girls, and she leaves and comes back a moment later, carrying some kind of clothes, which she then proceeds to help you get into, and that is local garb, not what you're used to. So she helps you get into that. And for comparison, we'll take a look and find something which is comparable. If I can find the right place here. Here we go. Yes. So like his clothes, basically.
Okay.
Extremely comfortable.
Okay.
It's a long tunic and the wraparound. There's no headpiece for it. They don't put a turban on you, basically.
He's like rubs his temples. Like, does Gilfie feel like strongly hangover, or just
He's definitely woozy, because he's been smoking that pipe the night before, and he's been drinking. So yeah, he's probably kind of weak on his feet.
it's like beyond he's like again like rubbing his temples and like be honest, did I agree to anything?
Only to see the jackal about your actions.
Oh goody, what did I do?
Well, you got very drunk.
Fair.
You then proceeded to compliment the jackal's second wife
Oi.
very insistently.
Oi.
The jackal wasn't there, which was probably good, but she is an honorable woman,
Hmm.
and she declined your approaches. That did not make you stop, however, and in the end, the only way that she managed to, shall we say, escape was when her two handmaidens decided to entertain you. These two, he says, and gestures to two of the women.
Oh my. I have some apologizing to do I?
I wouldn't necessarily say you need to apologize. They are your wives.
Well, Captain is not going to like this one.
Oh snap!
Well,
Oh well, that's
going
gonna
to
have a
bound to
ball.
happen at some point.
Oh God!
You may wish, she says, you may wish to either teach them how to speak your language or learn ours. As I said, the jackal will be here soon.
Right.
And she nods and leaves, and the two women who you have just learned to be your wives, both well, they come over to the pillows and sit down with you. And it only takes. Oh, sorry, please.
No, just He's just probably just still like rubbing his temples and just like,
When you do that, they gently reach up and take your hands down, and then they proceed to massage your shoulders and your scalp and your temples, and it is very soothing and relaxing.
He's like, no, wait, like, thank you. Wait.
They are quite insistent. It does feel nice.
I assume it does.
And just as you're sitting there having your head rubbed, the door opens again, and through it steps a man. And I'm just going to show him to all of you. Go.
Okay, so of ancient Egypt itself.
He enters and looks at you and smiles, a very humorless sort of smile.
Like Gilfy just eyes him up and down. It's like,
Then he holds out a hand in front of himself, and he holds up his little finger, his index finger, and his thumb, and makes a complicated symbol in the air with those. He traces light with his fingers through the air, and then he looks at you and says, "There, you should be able to understand me now, do you?"
Yeah, Gilfy squints.
Good.
So you're one of the... Okay, great.
I do speak your language, but not very well, so I prefer to do this in my own.
Fair.
I am... You are not the first Southlander I have worked with. Might not be the last. However, you did do me a disservice last night.
I heard... I was filled in,
Yes.
and
you said you were filled in, and then he looks to the two young women. My
no,
guess
no,
is that so were they.
I like this guy.
I at least I hope it didn't disappoint.
He looks to them and says, "Did he?" And they both smile and say, "No, he certainly didn't."
Yeah, I did, probably. Well, powers. I mean,
In any case, he says, "You did offend my wife."
Yes. Well, I was informed that I did.
Yes.
I like.
It is, he says,
from your statue, I can see that a simple sorry won't cut it.
Oh, he says, and smiles that humorless smile again. That has been... That whole problem was remedied by your marriage to these two lovely creatures. Now you are a married man. I shall assume that you will not make such advances on my wife again. But on a more professional level, then I will be willing to look through fingers with what you did if you do a small thing for me in return.
Mm-hmm. I assume the word small is pretty loose in this case.
It doesn't have to be. It's not necessarily even dangerous. I have a friend here in Tethman, a woman whom I should like for you to meet. She will explain something concerning an item which she needs, and then you will get her that item. At the moment, it does not belong to anyone else. I'm not asking you to steal. I'm simply requesting, he says, and again, humorless smile, that you go to where it is being kept and that you bring it back.
Okay, so the important detail here is, where is it being kept?
That is what she will explain to you.
Okay, yes, right.
I assume that we have an accord in that case. Oh, and if you have friends you should like to bring with you, I understand that a ship of your people arrived yesterday. So if you have friends you wish to bring, by all means. If nothing else, it should make it all simpler.
I'm certain it will. I'm certain it will. Coming back to that marriage thing, you know, because
Yes.
that's a thing. Yeah, since probably I'm not here. You know, I'm kind of as I would call betrothed to the sea, and you know, not really capable of staying here probably forever, like until the end of my days.
Oh,
It's like,
I'm sure that we will figure something out. We are, after all,
yeah.
both civilized men, are we not?
Yeah. Ah, I hope the money will be enough. Very.
We shall
Oh.
see. We shall see.
You know, like I don't mean any offense here, because like you look like a powerful man, and you're operating some powerful forces that no like speaking of your, you know, the the trick that you did before. Well,
Indeed. I know a thing or two.
yeah, like you are clearly a powerful man.
I am.
We will. Well, clearly don't have a real choice in here, do I? It's
Not
like
really, no.
yeah, it's like. To be fair, we were all things, all unpleasantries aside, and I probably one of my friends would love to talk shop about with you about the, you know, whole you know thing that you did with the language and stuff. Probably.
Oh, he knows the same skills. That should be interesting.
He's more of in business of setting things aflame, you know.
Oh,
Than,
yes, I think I should
than
like
anything.
to meet this man. Is he one of your friends? You said.
I think after this that will be a pretty loose term. Like, yeah, for now.
He actually does laugh at that and says, "Well, in that case, I shall make sure," he says, "that you, I shall make sure that your friends are well received as well.
Yeah.
I will make sure that you have a suitable escort to go to your ship. After all,
I imagine so.
You work for me now. Can't just let you walk around unprotected."
I mean, like, do I look like a guy who could run away unnoticed? I kind of stepped out.
No, but I must insist. He says, I must insist. But please, enjoy your time with Almasi and Hashiki, and when you are ready, they will make sure to let me know, and I will have an escort ready for you. By all means, they are lovely women.
Oh, they certainly are, and very, very lovely women. And
he gets up and gets ready to leave. Oh, he does leave. So?
He just like leans in the pillows. It's like.
It should be said though that you understand what the words mean. Almasi means diamond, and Hashiki means passion. So you because of the magic, you actually understand that.
Okay. I assume the effect is temporary, but.
Well, it's still it still works at least.
You can actually talk to your wives.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can talk to
I assume he will try to like at least get to know them.
Yeah.
Like.
They very quickly turn out to be both rather intelligent and very sweet persons. So, yes, and we shall, I think, pop away from this fascinating scene for a little while.
Filthy sausage got him in trouble.
Yay!
And over to you guys at the house with the 3 Southlanders in it.
Yes, I assume we slept now.
Yes. And you wake up the next morning to some rather nice scents of food and drink. Food and drink. They bring you food, and they bring you a black drink in small cups.
What is this?
Oh, it's a local drink. It helps you wake up.
Oh.
Sindri takes a sip and spits it out instantly.
That's how most people react first time. It'll grow on you, believe me.
It's rather bitter.
Yes, it is. That's why before you drink it, you sweeten it, and then they place some some sugar on the table. It's in little dark blocks. It's like the stuff you put in Irish coffee.
Thordy tries it with sugar.
With sugar. And yeah, it's bitter, but it's actually it helps with the sugar, and it doesn't take very long before you realize that they weren't kidding when they said it helps you wake up. It's like,
I just imagine Frothy jumping off the walls. Energy.
coffee.
He definitely heads up. I could enjoy this. I mean, the taste is. I think you could get used to it.
Have you considered
Yes.
Sugar's nice. It does help it. It still seems a little. I don't know. Has anyone tried adding anything else to it before?
Some
spices?
spices?
Sort of spices or
Oh, that could be good.
something to make it a little creamier, perhaps, I don't know, milk or something.
I've tried that, but it gets a little strange. Goat's milk doesn't taste good in it.
Well, that's goat's milk, but fair enough. Well, I suppose I should like it. After all, it reflects myself so very well.
Hey, don't take my jokes out of my mouth.
Sindri smiles at you, pleased to deny you chances to rile him up.
I've become predictable. I'll need to. Sudi looks thoughtful for a while.
Well, he says. Cody says he's there as well. What are the plans for today for you guys? I mean, we'd like to obviously see the ship, but that won't take all day. So, if you have any ideas,
Get see the ship, find Ilva, get her to grow up a little and do what she needs to do, find Gilfy wherever he's gone, have a look around, do some shopping.
Yeah, about that. That seems.
well, the markets here are fantastic. They have the most amazing things.
Mm.
Anything we must buy. Outside of this black drink.
Well, yeah, there's that. Spices. They have spices from many different places. They have animal skins from creatures you will never have seen before.
Do they have bones?
Bones? Yes, certainly.
I could practice my my scrimsawing.
Yeah, they have. They sell fine wood. They sell food, obviously, jewelry, people. But yeah.
Mm.
I thought slavery was illegal.
Well, slavery is illegal, but the sword isn't here.
Ah,
Well, yes, actually, that always reminds me of something. Our character does Froly have the magical lotus woman's skull with him.
Yes, he does.
he always has the magical lotus woman's skull with him.
It's a good. That reminds me. How's your wife doing, Froly?
Well, she's. Yeah, well, she's not my wife, but
She might as well be.
we didn't have a marriage ceremony. I just bought her.
The people here look at you as like, what?
Of course. I forgot her name, Joe.
Yeah, so did I at the top of my head.
Oh, in that case, I don't feel as bad.
No.
Well, in that, he pulls out the skull and goes, "This is name."
Yes.
Is that name here?
She is. Well, she was the wife. I suppose she still is the wife of a rather creepy old man who sold magical things, and her spirit yet lingers.
Well, that is an interesting item, obviously. You said her spirit lingers?
Yes, I've actually had a few chats with her. She's quite remarkable, but trapped in her skull, you know.
Well, yes. Well, shall we go and take a look at the markets then?
Yes, maybe I can find more interesting bones with lingering spirits that can help me. No, I think one is enough.
No. So you might be able to find something to help you speak with her again.
Or I can do that through meditation.
Oh, by the way, her name is Ji.
How do you spell that?
Z-H-I-G.
Okay.
G. Okay. And then once we've done with the markets, we'll take you to see the ship.
Yes, sounds like a good idea. And well, they all three get up and come along, obviously.
Okay, so we go to see about getting coffee and spices and
yeah, basically
Nice
have
things.
a day in some of the most remarkable markets you've ever seen. With they sell animals, live animals. You saw that yesterday. You even see some people selling lions, which they might be much smaller than. They're much smaller.
Tiny
than,
ice reavers without stripes.
They're much smaller than ice reavers, yes, but they're certainly ferocious. There's no question of that.
Also, more cats, bad people.
Mm-hmm. And the greyback you saw yesterday still hasn't been sold. And you see a lot of pelts, lying around. So yeah.
I have an important question.
Mm-hmm.
Ivory.
Ivory, yes, they do have that as well, and it should be said here, disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen of the viewing audience, this is a service announcement. This is a fantasy world. We do not endorse the trade in animal products of that sort.
Of course not.
No.
But it's important to Frodi.
It's,
So how much for what do they call it? I forget. One.
oh, tusks.
Yes, thank you. That's the word.
That thing there they have in their faces.
Yes.
Yes. The face thing.
Yes.
That's attached to the skull. What is that again? Duh.
There is. You can buy a small tusk if you want.
In fact, he would be looking to see if he could find more than one.
Yes. You would be able to. It would, in all, it would be about 8 kilos of ivory, and it will cost you 5,000 silver.
Okay, so 8 kilos. That's quite a significant amount, but
Yes,
I
yes.
think it's 10 silver to 1 gold, right?
Yes.
I think he will, in fact, buy that.
Yeah.
And he'll look remarkably serious when he does.
Yep.
Right. This should this should do.
Yeah, they are more than happy with the trade, and that, by the way, your new friends here tell you that's that is not an unfair price. Obviously, they're there to help you with, you know, making sure that you don't get cheated.
Ah,
Good.
well, that's even better.
Yes.
I should look into getting some sort of backpack or something.
Probably a good idea. Well, you can get that easily enough.
Yes, I think actually he would be looking for something he could wrap them in that would be...
Waterproof.
Exactly.
Yeah, something like oilskin, basically.
Yes.
Yes, you can find that here as well. That'll be another 50 silver pieces
Another 50 silver pieces. Okay.
for a pack to have them in, and some water resistant cloth to wrap around them.
Good. These are important. Right. Well, outside of that, there's nothing he must have.
Okay. So, you basically walk around doing a lot of shopping and browsing and taking in scents, and just, you know, generally speaking, having a pretty amazing day, seeing and smelling things that you've never seen or smelled before, and probably taste quite a few things as well.
Yes.
And while you do that, we have some people guarding Gylfi, leading him back down to the ship at one point. And that means that down by the ship, Veybrander has decided to get some sleep as well, so has...
So the entire ship is now shaking.
yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Pretty much. Most of the ship is, or most of the crew has returned by now and are sleeping rather soundly under their sleeping blankets, and, you know, because... And at this point, even Ilva is probably starting to get a little bit tired, because she's been going for a long time in a row now. But that's right around the time when Gylfi then arrives with guards.
She'll lift both brows. staring at him. Did you get in trouble?
He just like does this gesture like tiny, tiny, just a little bit.
She hides her face in her palm, and you keep pondering if I get in trouble. Am I really supposed to start pondering if you get in trouble? What did you do now?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Does the entourage includes his
No.
wives or
No,
okay.
they're back
Okay.
at the Jackal's home.
Yeah. Yeah. So I might have gone of a trip around the local place, local entertainment places,
You mean
Put
the
some
same
drinks
way you
here.
did in the Lotus Empire?
Hmm? Kind of, yes.
Uh-huh.
And I I might have how would I say it?
Why don't you just try a direct way of saying it?
Some things in life are not simple as you would imagine. Things
Come on,
happen in
Gilfie,
life.
what's wrong?
Oh my god, this is priceless.
In response, I think it was beaten out of him enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so what do you know? Is there the local Southlanders somewhere around within line of sight,
Well,
like the Rana and crew?
I think
no,
they're
they're not.
sleeping.
They're not there.
No.
Rana and the others, they are all at the markets with the rest of your friends.
Yeah, and the others on the boat are currently sleeping, so it's
Mhm.
actually only Ilva who's awake.
Yep.
So,
Currently leaning over the railing, staring at a Gilfie being escorted around by a ton of guards.
So this lovely, well, I want to say gentleman, but these lovely people here, and he points to the guards.
Mm-hmm.
Ilva sighs deeply.
They work for a lovely gentleman named Jackal, was it? Jackal, something like that.
How did you piss
Maybe
him off?
Jackal. So long story short,
Too late. Too late. Too late. They say long story short, and I'm saying too late.
Yes.
Long story
Ilva's
long.
Ilva's face is saying, well, that's a little too late too.
Yeah. It's I might or might not have make advances on this gentleman's wife. Well,
Oh,
second wife, I think.
oh my god, Gilfie.
But wait, there's more.
More? What?
Yes, and I think in successful attempt to get rid of my advances, I think I might have gone and become a itsy bitsy tiny married.
She drops her hammer she was currently trying to no polish. She kindly taking care of her gear and then just gonk. What?
Yeah.
You got married?
I'm going to say yes.
You got married?
Yes.
The guards are standing there looking all stoic.
You got in trouble and got married. I hope at least they look good. I hope your wife is good looking. Because you're gonna stare at the face for a while.
Well, actually, it's wives.
What?
There's two of them.
Oh my god! You got her! She runs off.
Young Gather wakes up very like,
Yeah.
What?
Like-
What? Are we under attack?
You gotta hear this!
Are we under
Ladies-
She
attack?
drags her back.
Well, she runs off. Gilfy is basically turning into the one of the toy guards and be like, friends, am I right? You know?
And then she drags young Gather back to the railing.
Well, Spana is there as well. Spana is there as well, and you've basically woken up the entire ship.
She drags she at least drags young Gather back
Yeah.
to Gilfy. And just at him. He got in trouble.
Right?
And now he's married.
What?
2 wives.
2 what? Can you do that? 2 wives?
Well, apparently he was hitting on the wrong woman.
Oh.
And
Well-
they tried to save her, so now he's married to 2 women.
So Spana looks, she's there as well, and she puts her face in her the most serious expression that she possibly can, and in her case that's really quite serious. She already doesn't smile all that much, and she looks
Basically, Sindri
female
Senior
version.
or something like that.
Yeah, but she looks at Gylfi, and in her most sincere and serious tone of voice, she says, "Then please, Gylfi, allow me to be the first to congratulate you on this joyful occasion." And she manages to keep a straight face for about 5 seconds, and then she breaks down in sobbing laughter.
Ladies and gentlemen of the listening audience, the voices of compassion and understanding among you.
Oh, Gylfi, I'm so proud of you. Are they pretty?
Well, yes, they quite are.
Oh, good.
Actually, they are very, very lovely women. Very
That's
smart.
good. Omar's probably not gonna be happy that we have to take your wives back with us.
I'm working on this part. Well,
I'm sure that's
Ormer,
fruit for them.
I mean, Ormer is not going to be happy one way or another, but
I'm sure he'll find the humor in it.
initially, I'm sure it will be hilarious, but
Okay,
yeah.
so, seeing you're here with guards, what do you need to do?
Yeah, Yangather actually says, well, if all else fails, there's, he might choose to stay here with his new family.
Oh yeah, and with 2 wives, he can make a lot of lovely babies.
Oh my heavens, that was funny. Okay, no, seriously though. there has to be a reason for all of this happening, and you're here under armed guard, Gylfi.
Yeah.
Young
Yes.
Gether says. So now that we've made fun of you and all that has been dealt with, what can what's going on with the guards? Do we need to help?
I mean, the gentleman, the man that like the husband in question,
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
The one who's not happy you
I
had to pass at his wife. Yes.
I think he's one of those like he strike me as one of those less than upright individuals, if you know what I mean.
What? What? He walks on all four? She looks confused.
Yes. He walks on all four and backs out of his bum.
What?
Oh God.
He's a very curious creature. You need to meet him.
At what point will
I
the guards...
don't even want to know what his wife looks at like.
Actually, she's very lovely.
At what point will the
I
guards
think-
to this gentleman decide that they're taking offence on his behalf and kill him?
I don't think they understand us.
They do. They understand.
Oh,
you.
they do.
They
So-
understand, or rather,
Well-
they understand. They understand Gylfi. They don't understand your side of the conversation. They understand his side of the conversation because he has been ensorcelled.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think, I assume. Well, what the man in question, the Jackal fella, wants me to do is to meet another person, and that another person will tell me where where is a item that they want me to get for him. You following?
That sounds kinda like a trap. But yeah.
It probably is,
Okay.
but I don't think I have a choice.
No, with the guards you're walking around with, you really don't.
And also the Jacquil,
The fact that he can't pronounce it.
I think he is like there's a play, but insert the word for magic here. User like Frody,
Oh. Uh-oh.
and he did a thing where I can actually I think as so far I can, well, they can understand me, what I'm saying, even if I'm saying this in our language,
Cool.
and I can understand them, at least most of them, I think. That's how I learned how the names of the wives.
Uh-huh.
And
You know, you should probably learn a language so you can talk with your wife.
well, I can talk with them now, I suppose. I already
Yeah,
did.
but it might not last.
That's true. If I am to be honest, and he like leans to Ilva, just like, I hope this marriage will not last. I am a really poor husband.
Oh, I know. But if
So,
it keeps lasting, you're gonna keep those wives.
so yeah, I might need some help acquiring some stuff, but I like probably with armor it's like 50-50 coin flip. If he just going to leave me here. I suppose you picked out some replacement Southlanders, so yeah, you know.
Silver size. You are really good with, keeping us alive, so I'm pretty sure Armor will do anything to get you on the boat. You're really lucky, aren't you? That you have your skill set.
I mean, you know.
You're really lucky I see you as a younger brother, aren't you?
He's like pulls this very straight face. I have a very particular set of skills.
Yeah, and those particular set of skills got your 2 wives and in trouble.
Hey, I suppose I suppose I wanted to become a man at some point. I suppose now I'm a married man, head of the family. The guilty clan will be strong in this place.
Oh, crikey.
Well, we need to take a second break, and we can come back to hear more about this in just a moment, so don't go anywhere.